So today I'm going to show you how to make a bridal bouquet out of wood flowers. And so let's get started. So what you'll want to do is with your wood flowers, you're going to want to dye them whatever color you choose. I do have a video that shows you how to dye your wood flowers. It's super easy. So we have a multi-colored bouquet coming up today. So what you want to do first is stem all of your wood flowers. So what you do is just put a little bit of hot glue on the back here and put that, excuse me, that wire stem right through. Let those dry, and then once you have all of your wood flowers stemmed, then you can go ahead and create your bouquet. So let's go ahead. So what you want to do is just grab your stemmed flowers, and you'll want to arrange them exactly how you're going to want them in your bouquet. And I like to just hold firmly here. And I like to spread out the colors a bit. This is a multicolored bouquet, so it has a few different shades of purple, and then it also has the ivory in it. And I like to do a good amount of the ivory because it really makes the other colors pop. So you want to make sure you don't dye too many of your flowers so that you have enough left over for your beautiful ivory. Let's not do that one just yet. Let's do another ivory. Now this one is going to be a medium-sized bridal bouquet. I offer different sizes in my shop. I also offer a large bridal bouquet, which is typically the most common bridal bouquet. But this particular bride, she wanted a medium size, and then she wanted smalls for her bridesmaids. So these are her small bouquets, and she wanted to do one color with those, all light purple. So what you want to do when you're creating your bouquet is really just go around and start really creating a circle there. And try to spread out your colors the best that you can. Keep going around. Now I add my greenery after I create the bouquet for this particular bouquet, but you can definitely, if you'd like a really full bouquet with lots of greenery, you can add in your greenery as you go, so that you really have a really full bouquet. Put this here. Right here is one of my favorite wood flowers. Super gorgeous. I try to add at least one or two of those into every bridal bouquet. This one has, gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. It is my favorite. Let's do this color. Now we want to start angling down a bit on the sides because as you can see it's kind of getting big here. So we have it rounded here, and then as you go, you don't want it to just be all round and not have any sides. So we're going to start angling down on the sides here. And that will be just kind of going under it a little bit. And instead of the flowers facing straight up, you put it under a little bit and angled out. And you just really turn it as you go. Angle. Sometimes when I'm creating it, a medium becomes kind of a large because it's kind of hard to get them all the same exact size. And these ones can actually start angling down so that I don't create a large here when she wants a medium. Because some people actually just like their bouquets smaller. They don't want them to be too overpowering, which I definitely understand that. I'm going to swap this flower out in the middle because although I like this flower style, I just don't want it to be the center of attention. I want my center to be super gorgeous, so I'm going to go ahead and stick this one in there, give it some depth. So as you see, you can pull some out and adjust as you go. What's nice with bouquets is they don't have to be absolutely perfect because, you know, in real life, real flowers, they're not 100% perfect. So, you know, it will look more realistic if you have, you know, it a little bit off instead of being like a perfect ball or a perfect flower. All right, let's use this on the side. And we'll keep going around here. After this part here, I'm going to teach you how to add in the greenery. All about choosing the right flowers to go in the right area, what fits well. And before I started, I took some floral tape because I like to have it right on my lap because that is what I'm going to do next after this is wrap it with floral tape. But while you're holding a bouquet, it's kind of hard to get the floral tape set and ready to go. So you will probably want to set that up for yourself before you grab your bouquet and start creating it. I think we're getting close to having enough flowers here, especially for a medium size. Okay, let's see. I think it's more of a large. It's pretty big there. You can see, let's see, pretty big. So I'm just going to scale it down on the sides and pull it down a bit. And if I need to, I'll take a few flowers out to try to scale it down a bit here. Because I don't want to make it too large for her, because if she really wanted a medium and she didn't want a large, I don't want to do the wrong thing. So, pull it down a bit, adjust. And honestly, it's super gorgeous, so I probably want to leave it how it is because I just love it. Super pretty. See how the colors just pop on that ivory there. Closer. Okay. So once you have that, you don't have to worry that if the flowers are not in the perfect position just yet, because they will adjust as we are trimming the stems off and wrapping the floral tape, so they'll move around, so we can adjust them after the floral tape is on. So once you have your bouquet how you'd like it, you want to go ahead and take some wire snips if you have it, or if you have some really strong scissors, that will work as well. I prefer the wire snips here. So it does take a little bit of time, so you are welcome to fast forward if you like through the wire cutting. Going to cut all of these. Now I like to cut my wire stems kind of short because I don't want to see my wire stems when I'm done with my bouquet. I don't really prefer the wire stems sticking out at the bottom. There are a few bouquets that I offer that do have them because they have minimal greenery, but I really like them not to show at all, just so they look more realistic. With this bouquet, it's going to have lamb's ear leaf stems. They're fox lamb's ear leaves. They're going to be sticking out the bottom, so it's going to look more realistic. Trim all this off here. After I trim this off, I'm going to add a rubber band to the bottom, which you do get in our DIY kits. You can purchase our DIY kits on our shop, and you will get the wood flowers that you need, and you'll get the dye and the stems, everything that you need to create this bouquet yourself. So once I cut the stems, then you have your rubber band, and I'd like to put the rubber band at the bottom here. It just really helps me hold it while I'm doing my floral tape. so it really won't go anywhere. I won't be doing my floral tape and then drop them all or anything, so it will secure it on there for me. All right, got all these stems everywhere. All right, so once we do that, then we're going to go ahead and wrap our floral tape around the wires. And you just want to make sure it's pretty secure there. So I go around a few times at the top here, holding it really firm. And then once I have that, then I go ahead and start wrapping downwards. And twist and wrap. And you want to wrap all the way down so it holds it in really firmly there. Your flowers won't go anywhere. And then I like to go back up again. And around the top a few more times to really just have it secure there. And then I like to, you can tear off your floral tape, but I don't know, I just like to cut it. And then with your floral tape, it is sticky, so you can just stick this part down. I just like to put a little bit of hot glue there, just so I know it's really not going anywhere. Add that hot glue on, like that. So now we have the floral tape on there, so this isn't going anywhere. So we can adjust the flowers and move them up and down. So what I'm going to do right now is just make the bouquet look exactly how I want it to. Now you can go in front of a mirror, and when you go in front of a mirror you can look far away and you can look at the bouquet and go, oh, okay, this looks really good far away. Or, oh, I see that this particular flower is just really sticking up too much. And then you can adjust it or pull it out, whatever needs to be done. So I do like to go in front of a mirror. Today I get to use my camera, so that works as well. Pull this one down. Let's see here. How I want it to look. Almost there. You can really just adjust it. It's super pretty. Okay. I think I actually want to add one more flower to this. Right here. See right here? This looks a little bit bare to me. And I wonder if it's where I took out that one flower that I said, this looks too big, and then I took out the flower. I bet it is. So I am going to look for a flower that will go really good there. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one. So even though I already wrapped my floral tape, I can still add other flowers and then wrap again with the floral tape there. So I'm going to add that one in and just wrap it really quick because I want it to be perfect since this is for a bride. And I'm not just making it just for the video. She will be carrying it down the aisle and she will be able to keep it forever because it's wood flowers, so they will never die. So she will have this bouquet forever. So I want to make it perfect. Alrighty. Use the rest of this floral tape here. Spin, spin, spin. Move that on. Okay, so now that you're at this point here, you want to go ahead and add your lamb's ear leaves. And these here are them. So let's set our bouquet down. So what you want to do with this is you want to cut the lamb's ear, cut the tag off here. Okay, you're going to want to take this and you're going to want to cut this part, the stem, off of the lamb's ear leaf. So now you have two. So in order to hold it onto the bouquet and the leaves not to get into the way of the ribbon wrap, you're going to want to remove some of the leaves. So you're going to want to, on the short one, remove one, and then remove the three-pieced leaf there. And then I just like to trim off those there. Same thing with this one. This one you do the single and then the two singles at the top. And you want to do that, if you're doing a medium or a large bouquet, you are going to want to do that to 3 separate stems. So the kit, the DIY kit that you get in my shop, it comes with 3 of these stems if you go with the medium or the large kit. And of course, the smaller bouquet that you go down, the less stems that you will receive, because you don't need as many because it will fill up. For instance, this one here only needed, I think it was 2 stems, and it filled it all up. Pretty. Okay, this DIY kit that you see in my shop, it has a multiple purple bouquet, and then it has a gray for the ribbon wrap. This particular bride wanted her ribbon wrap to be gold, which is super pretty with the purple there. If you do not specify what color ribbon you want, then it will come with the gray ribbon. If you want any other color ribbon, you just leave a note, and that's what I will put in. And I see all the notes, and you can even send me a message, and we can put details as well. All right. And I also offer many different bouquet kits. So this is just one of the styles that I offer. It is a popular style, excuse me, but it is just one of the styles. I have many other styles that I offer in my shop. And when I talk about my shop, I'm talking about my Etsy shop. The Etsy shop name is Love to Do It Yourself. So love is L-U-V, the number 2, and then do it yourself. And that's where you can find all these bouquet kits, so you can do it yourself, and you can save yourself some money. Okay, so once you have these stems, you'll just want to go ahead and place them on the sides here. You want it so that it peeks out of the bouquet a bit, so that when you're looking at it straight on, that you see these leaves. And you just go around your bouquet here. And fill it in with these. All around. You do have to make sure the stems are pointed down as you do this. Just so when you're when you're wrapping your ribbon, everything is straight down, so it is easier. And then just one more here, and we will be all the way around. Okay. See, there we go. Make sure that it's pulled out real good. Make sure you can really see it on the sides there. I'm going to make sure you can see a good amount of greenery. You know what I did forget? I'm remembering right now. I don't know why I do this sometimes. So before you add the greenery, I like to add a bit of hot glue where the floral tape is, like right under here before the leaves. I like to add it into the wire stems because then they won't go anywhere. So because right now they are adjustable, so I want to make sure that they can't go anywhere. So I'm going to actually squeeze in there, and I'm just piling some hot glue within the bouquet into the floral tape where the wire stems are. Because I do not want my flowers to adjust on my bride at all. I want them to stay put exactly where I put them. Once you have the leaves all around your bouquet, you'll want to wrap it again with your floral tape. And you want to go kind of as high up as you can here, right before you're hitting those leaves, because you want to cover up the stems underneath. See if you can see. Hopefully, angle's kind of hard here. And then you just wrap all the way down. Now we do have some really long stems here. We do not want them this long, so our next step is going to be to trim those. But I'm actually going to add more stems on so that the bottom of the bouquet looks a little bit fuller since we trimmed all of the wire. Okay. our floral tape there. Okay, so what we're going to do is you want to make sure that you trim in the right area so that your bouquet stems are the perfect length for you. Some people like them a little bit longer and some people like their stems a lot shorter, so it just depends on what you prefer. So for me, I'm just medium. I like them not too long, not too short. Okay, so let's see. Say right about there. And trim it. And so right now we have 3 stems coming at the bottom on a large or medium bouquet like this. I like to have about at least 6 stems coming out the bottom so that it looks fuller down there, because right now this just looks way too tiny for it to be the bottom of this bouquet with all these flowers. So I just trimmed this off, so I'm going to go ahead and just act like it's coming down again here. And I'm going to place that there. So any of the ones that you cut off, and we cut off 3, so we'll go ahead and just put 3 there so it's nice and full. And then just wrap with your floral tape again. Make sure those stems stay really well in there, so you want to wrap pretty tightly. All the way around. And I like to wrap all the way until I know where my ribbon is going to be. So I keep wrapping until I'm to that point. I don't want to obviously go past that point because we do not want our floral tape to be peeking through the ribbon there. So you want to keep in mind not to go too far down. Okay, now let's trim these extra stems that we put on here. Ooh, these ones are tough. These lamb ear leaves, you really have to put some work into cutting them unless you have some really sharp cutters. So regular scissors really won't work for these lamb ear leaves, not where you're cutting the stems off here. Okay, so that's what we have. So what I do like to do, so we have all these extra flowers, or not flowers, leaves here. I do like to put them in the top of the bouquet. You do not have to. If you like to have the top just flowers, there's a lot of brides that like that. With this particular bouquet, I do put some flowers within, but some of these, or flowers, I keep saying flowers, some of these leaves in. But I also like to go around the base right here, and I want to make sure that you can't really see these wire stems. So with some of these extra leaves, I like to put a little bit of hot glue right here, and then I just shove this leaf right in, and then it just makes it look even fuller. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Put a little bit of hot glue, and I'm going to put my leaf in there. So it looks like it came that way. That's how it came. And if I see any other spots, then I will add even single leaves to them. I just really like to fill it in. I don't want to see any of those wires. I want it to look realistic. Put it all in. Okay, and I have a few more that I'm going to add as I go around here. Flowers in, leaves in. Not quite sure why I keep calling my leaves my flowers. I must have flowers on my mind. When do I not have flowers on my mind? I always have flowers on my mind. That's what I work with. Flowers, 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 which I love. Okay, I'm almost done with this point. Thank you for being patient. I want to make sure this is perfect for this bride. Okay, so I'm going to show you. We have it completely covered there now, so there isn't any holes or anything like that. There we go. So have it almost finished other than adding the leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to add those leaves to the top here. So I like to cut them individually, so even if you have these 3, now you can just stick the 3 in there, but I like to cut them because I like to have more leaves just everywhere. So we're going to trim those up. And so what you do is really you just move the flowers as you put in the leaves. Okay, so let's go around here. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue at the bottom of the leaf. And I'm going to usually do this. There we go. And then so you just stick it right in there, here. And then the glue will go on the wood flower there. And another one, and we're just going to fill it up. I am actually going to move it down here because this just works better for me. I hold on to the mason jar with my legs, and I just put it on in. And I don't want it to take too long for you guys because I know this video is getting kind of long. Okay, and you want to make sure you turn your bouquet around as you're adding these in because you do not want all of your leaves going just one way. You want them to look natural and be going all kinds of ways here. We want it to be realistic as possible with these wood flowers. Now, if you've never worked with wood flowers before, you would think that they're heavy because they're wood, but actually they're very light. You can when you get them wet, you can actually curl the stems and you can work with them. And that's how they create the flowers. They get them a little bit, they get the wood a little bit wet, and then they're able to maneuver it and create it into that beautiful flower. You will see when you dye your flowers how you can open them up and really make them bloom as you're dyeing them. So even if you get a couple flowers that are like, oh, it's a little bit squished on one side, just a tiny bit, and you're like, I don't want it like that, you just get it a little bit wet, and boom, it is perfect again. I'm going to add just a couple more in here because I want it really full for her. Okay, let's see. Yep, it's really pretty. I just love adding the leaves because it really adds some depth in there. Super pretty. So now I'm going to wrap her stems, so you'll get to see that as well. So she went with the gold ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it here. So what you do is take your ribbon, and you're going to have that ready. You're going to put a little bit of hot glue right here where you want your ribbon to start. And just a straight line a little bit up, and then place your ribbon right on it. Like this, okay? And then you're going to want to hot glue so it doesn't move here. And you're going to go straight around. Let me get another glue stick. Running out of glue. Your kit does come with glue sticks. It does not come with a glue gun, but it does come with glue sticks. So you just want to put a little bit of hot glue right there on the ribbon. And then once you have that secure, you can really just start wrapping. And you just wrap it around here. Now once you get to the top, you're going to have a natural thing that happens where your ribbon's going to want to angle down and you can't really wrap up anymore. I like to glue at that point onto the floral tape, and then I like to angle my ribbon how it wants to here. Hopefully this makes sense. Let's see. so it kind of like bends, so I kind of bended it down, and then it just creates a really pretty look right there so that you don't have like a whole bunch of scrunching. And I like to add some hot glue towards the top of the ribbon there to really hold on to it. Once you have it wrapped how you want to, then you just cut your ribbon. And now I like to add some hot glue right on the ribbon, and then I bend it down in an angle. So it's at an angle there, hopefully you can tell, bend it down. And now I'm going to put some hot glue here, and I'm going to fold it in. So you don't have any areas of the ribbon that are shown that can thread, or what am I trying to say? That will unravel. That's what I'm trying to say. So you want to fold that part in there. Hot, hot, hot. It's hot. Watch out for the hot glue. It's super hot. Okay, once you have it folded in there, then I put hot glue all over here, and then I'm just going to wrap it in. Now, I do have another video that is a little bit different angle that shows you how to wrap ribbon. So if this isn't making sense to you right now because of the angle of my camera, you can definitely go into my YouTube channel and find that ribbon wrap there. So that's it. We are all finished with her bridal bouquet. So what's nice with these is if you want to add essential oils to make it smell really pretty, you can add them to the wood flowers, and so that scent will last for a good amount of time. And yeah, that's it. So if you are interested in purchasing this kit from my shop, please visit us on our Etsy shop. So etsy.com, and then you look for the shop. That is, my shop name is Love to Do It Yourself. Love is L-U-V, the number 2, and then Do It Yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and the store name for my Etsy shop will be in comments. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to comment, and I will write you back. And you're welcome to message me as well. Thank you so much. Have a great day.